I'll tap the Lipton, I'll tap the Lipton, I'll tap the Lipton, the Lipton, the Lipton, the Lipton, the Lipton, I'll tap the Lipton.
Right. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bolts from across the floor. Noses your Nicky Wicky till gamer till day, hee hee.
Milk, Bessie. Go get the bowl. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna lay down some corn and some wheat. We're gonna wait till that go. We're gonna get the old harvester. Gonna hook it up to the good old Jebediah, the good old donkey there. Go on and get that harvester going. All of this man in a goddamn spaceship come and put a goddamn laser gun in my hand. I'm out here shooting gigantic spiders the size of goddamn cattle. Whoa, shit! No, no, no! Yeah, I can see how you go nuts.
Repent! Repent! Repent!
Is that it? We got more? I was kind of waiting a little bit there with all the sounds going off.
You lost every soundbite all at once again?
Just a couple. But anyways. Oh, wait. Got another one coming in.
Would you like to join the Dennis Mechanicus?
Arg.
Any hoozles, welcome to the Art of Valor show. Hello, hello. I know it's not a normal Monday, but yesterday at work, I practically died. I came home. I felt like crap. I just laid down and basically died. But I still feel like crap today, but not as bad as yesterday. So here we are. We're doing the show on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. I know we're breaking the rules, but you know what? We got to have our Stinky Boy episodes. We get this done and over with, and then we can go back to regular 40K again. And
it seems like you keep skipping out the regular episodes just for the fantasy episodes.
we need to stream more vintage story. That's what we need to do. That is
Especially
my new addiction for sure.
Just appropriated them. I mean, that would be canonically correct.
Also, with the open beta for Battlefield 6 coming around, I might try to stream that. Not the first go around, but the second go around. Because it's easier for me to stream when I don't have a bunch of kids running around the house. So we're going to try that. So anyways, yep. So I know we missed some days. Work has been bad. I have not been feeling good. It has just been horrible. So I'm way behind on a lot of projects and a lot of editing. I'm trying to get going, but since I am in the HVAC industry and we suddenly got this heat wave and all this work came in, so I've been busy, and when I have been busy, I've been practically dead. So this is why there's a big, why everything is taking so long that I had planned. But eventually we will get back onto it. I want to make an army where Trazen is the warlord, but units come from the factions. He just appropriated them. Yes, he is the Pokemon master. I feel like if you play Necrons and you have Trazen as your warlord, you should be able to put whatever unit you want as long as you're within your point limits from any army. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I feel like he should be the one to be like, you know what? I could have all these custodians along with my Necrons.
You do remember that happened the last time Trajan got his hands on a custodian, right?
I remember the story. Yes, blame it on the weather and your job. And I will. And I am.
That fucking bell. Secure the cork. Secure the Primarch. Oh, fuck. I didn't secure the fucking Shadow Keeper.
Well, that's his own fault for getting a Shadow Keeper.
I mean, well, he wanted the ultra rare.
All right, my stream deck is broken, so I have to manually push buttons. Oh god, I feel like a plebeian. Magnus did nothing wrong. Very true, Professor. Very true. He did nothing.
Right.
Wrong. All right, let's go to our paint screen. Here we are. We got our beautiful Dubby girl that everybody has missed. I know. So I'm saying, why don't you put the new Dubby girl on there? Because original is best. Okay. We have a new stream boss. Crafty Candy took over the stream boss Sunday with the follow. The rejects thing just popped up in the corner here too. Hopefully that will be starting up here soon. I believe our cast members might be all ready to go again, hopefully here soon. So I don't know when for sure, but coming soon, we should be able to have our rejects again. And you guys can follow the episodes and crazy shenanigans of Leroy and Zane and Tark and Spare Scrap and all the gang. But remember, when everything goes wrong, it's Alan's fault.
Why can't I pin that?
But Erebus is
Son
a
of a
cunt.
bitch.
Yes, very true. Very true.
I want to pin it.
Can you not pin it because it's a highlighted message?
I cannot.
That's weird. I'm honestly surprised.
I'm saddened because that's something I would pin for the entire length of the show.
We got new brush with new tube. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Fancy tip. Now let's destroy it. Okay. And also, I tried to update my computer. That didn't work right. So my media player's all fucked up. I got to redo all the playlists. So that's why I didn't have no fantasy music playing in the beginning. That's why we're back to old reliable. Sadly. Good. The rejects return, and I don't have a Sunday night game anymore. Oh, no more Sunday night games? Oh, that's not cool. But at least you can be here for the rejects.
Hey, Mama Bear. Suffer.
Already been claimed.
That one hasn't, though.
Oh, that one's not.
Let's go!
Ah, somebody just
Ow.
jumped in.
Oh, we have a
Hey,
special
Kyle,
guest today.
Oh,
What?
Hi.
Hello, Bow.
Are you quiet again?
I don't know. Am I?
A little bit. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. Yeah, last time you hopped
Yes.
on, you had like a really loud mic, and all of a sudden you're back to being quiet again. Why can't you be consistent?
Yes, Professor.
That's
Lancer
weird.
is fucking awesome.
Moved it to Thursday. We're doing Lancer in between Pathfinder. It's awesome. Foundry module has explosions and everything. Yes, Lancer is awesome. I love Lancer.
I agree with this statement.
We also play
Just remem-
Lancer. We streamed it once, I think.
Oh, all I can say,
Yeah.
Professor, is make sure you eat your breakfast.
I wish we would have done a full stream of that because there's so many good jokes in there that nobody understands. Like the breakfast bit.
Your breakfast. Or you
Phone
might have a
volume was all the way up on that one. Yeah, well, enjoy the Yuki soundbite.
Which, yeah.
But here we are today. Kyle, are you ready to learn about the most horrendous thing to ever stalk the old world?
Is that really what you're going with?
Yes, because it's the fucking truth. Especially in really familiarizing myself with the lore of Britonia, they are the most wretched assholes that should get shot. I'm sticking by that. They're
To clarify
They're
for the
good.
listeners, we are talking about the fantasy version in the
Yeah,
Warhammer fantasy verse.
No. listen. What the French did during the race for Africa, my statement stands. They deserve to get shot.
Damn.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna go with good old fashioned. No comment.
wait, you did it
But yes.
in what?
Yeah, you did. It was literally the week before my game started, and I got this. Oh yeah, when we streamed, we streamed Lancer. Professor got to see it when we did one stream of Lancer. Remember? And Professor was there for it, and then that's when he saw it. So he got to see how it ran for a bit, and now he's got his going.
Yes, Professor. We are speaking of Britannia. Of Britonia.
Oh,
yeah.
Britonia rules the waves.
They actually do. As stupid as that is, they do.
They have the Navy.
Oh, the French. So, well, technically, if you think about it, and back during the Napoleonic times, France did have a good navy.
Yes, today we are speaking of the Kingdom of Britonia, also known as the Land of Chivalry, as long as you're a born noble and not a peasant.
Sounds about right.
Help you if you were a peasant. Lord help you. How? I can already hear you asking, Bob, how is this place any more different than the Empire? You know, good old Germania. I will tell you. They are a backwards people.
They're
They're
a
silly
backwards
bastard.
people. Just straight, they're backwards.
They're silly. They're silly bastards.
Chipmunk. Oh, someone did do it. Oh, sorry, boys.
I'm gonna sound like this for 5 minutes. Why are you
Hey.
painting some Sigmarines? I did paint one. Where's it at?
No. Now you're fucking understandable.
What? Oh! Okay, now I'm done. I did paint this one. It's really gold, so the light is really messing with it, but I did paint this guy. I think I painted this on the first or second fantasy one. I think it's where I painted this one. I just didn't put it in the I gotta take pictures of it and put it in the whatchamacallit, the mini showcase. I just keep forgetting. And I painted the rats that are over here. I painted these guys, so I just gotta do the bases. Well, I painted them, and yeah, because there was a lot of gray out here, so the light is just killing it right now. But yeah, I gotta do the bases up, take pictures of them, put them on there. I've been talking about getting my sister kill team done and getting my tank done, and But scared of that, I just got to do the rim, and it's just a lot of projects that I start and never finish. What's something hilarious about the French? One being called Britonia.
That's the funny bit. They're actually based off of Arthurian Britannia and France. You know, the Arthurian legends. The whole shtick. But back on the topic at hand, they are one of the few incredibly strict feudal societies of the Empire. Of not the Empire, of the Old World. How strict do I say this is? Kyle, imagine you burn a peasant. What rights do you assume you have?
The right to farm and pay taxes.
Yes, but would you think you would have the right to say, oh, I don't know, feed yourself?
Probably not.
Yes, you don't. You're not allowed to hunt to eat deer.
You literally just cannot. You're not allowed to hunt.
I'll get to that later on when we talked about the whole social standing of the noble aristocracy and the poor inbred fucking peasants.
Oh boy.
We're gonna get there, don't you worry. But when I say inbred, that's not a joke.
Oh no.
Sister wife looks very nice today.
No.
Well, let's just put it this way: you're not allowed to leave your land if your lord says no.
Yeah, just
So you better hope. Yeah, you better hope you have a decent village. Otherwise, it's only you and your cousins that are living there. Good luck.
Yep. Good luck, everybody.
You just wait, Bob. Your son will come soon. I find it
But
nice
the
of
monarch-
Britonia in a D&D campaign that fell apart. Like, the night fell apart, or the D&D campaign fell apart? Like, I'm a little lost on that one. Like, did you guys just disintegrate, or what happened there?
I don't know what Kyle said, so.
I don't either. You want to hear the other funny thing? I will keep spamming that so nobody else gets to use it. The simple fact of screw you.
If you're gonna get
But
hit with
back
it,
on
you'd
the
rather do it yourself.
Oh yeah, so I could at least prepare for it and nobody gets to interrupt me. Listen, I will be that fucking sourpuss and take the fun out of this if I fucking have to.
Campaign fell apart, although I did die and get revived by Ash's character, who was terrified of not having a meat shield. Your love is on cooldown. Nice.
Back on the topic of hand, the fair lands of Britonia, whose greatest forces, the mighty knights of Britonia, are without a doubt the finest knights in the entirety of the old world. That's not argument. That's not subjecture. That's not them. They outpace even the legendary dragon knights or dragon princes of Ulthuan. That's how good their knightly cavalry is.
Bob actually admitted the French are good at something. Put it in the calendar, folks.
Yeah. Yes. It
You
will
guys
only
are
happen a
doing
few
the
more
Dino card
times.
thing? Gotta get the art alert
Anyways.
Dino card going.
Yeah, you probably should because trust me, it's going to get because mostly the knights are basically trained from childhood, like actual medieval knights, to be. They are fed better. They are performed better. They always are being actually more. It's not so much of as a request or as a fun event. You are required to go to tournaments and participate in them.
You are required.
By law.
You are required to represent your household. Yes, as it's considered a slight if you don't. And they also have one of the most finest navies in the high seas, to the point where they have, and I shit you not, they have actually captured a Dark Elf Black Ark.
Dark Elf Black Ark?
Imagine a city that floats that floats on in the ocean.
Wait, they took over a ship so big it's practically a city.
Yes, they actually took it from the Dark
And
Elves. Wanna know
also,
how?
by the way, when I say city, I mean a city full of dark elves who are highly trained and do nothing but capture. But it's literally made to capture entire cities and settlements of people to take back to the most horrible of lands, even worse than France, Canada.
Jesus.
I mean, hell, right now Canada is literally just on fire.
Oh,
so
wait. It says a year now? It said a year up top. 1 year. Look at that. Yeah. 12 months. Oh, Professor. Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you for the sub.
thank
You
you.
mean a craft world? Yeah, 1 year. Look at that.
Yes. As I was saying, they have a very strange religion. They worship a ethereal fey creature known as the Lady of the Lake. This mysterious goddess of purity, light, order. Who the fuck am I kidding? It's an elf. It's an elf god.
It's an elf god.
A spoiler alert for the end times. It turns out it's an elfin god.
Oh, I guess I should make this gold, I guess. Not purple. Oh, well. I'll color over it.
So think about it. Even in Warhammer Fantasy, the elvish gods prefer humans over elves. Suffer. They prefer even the French over themselves.
Yeah.
Can you blame them?
But back on the topic here, the Lady of the Lake is believed to have aided Gaius Leviathan in unifying all of Britonia into a single kingdom
Girl fingers my
during a
ass.
greenskin invasion from the south and southern mountains. And did I just say just a greenskin invasion? Oh, no. There were other problems afoot. A greenskin invasion of the north, a chaos invasion from the northwest, Skaven attacking from below.
Because it's always the fucking Skaven.
When I tell you, shit looked fucked for the pro-Bretonians, shit looked fucked.
So another Wednesday in Warhammer Land. Got it.
Like, for reference, they referred to this simply as the Dark Times, the Dark Age. And this lasted 77 fucking years.
77 years, huh? Well, damn.
Yes. And originally, Bretonia was originally an elvish colony state. Because all those big ass port cities. Thank you. Now I'm gonna meet
Extra
you.
noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses your Nicky like you told them or till they hee hee. Rar. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses your Nicky like you told them or till they hee hee.
Any hoozles? Well, since Bob
I have
deafened
bought
himself...
myself.
Oh, there he is. Never mind. He's back.
Say, now that I bought myself another 20 or however the fuck long it is, amount of time, 30 minutes, 30 minutes.
Bob, it's your
Back on the
soundbite.
topic of band.
You tell me how long you want it to last for.
I want that timer to be once per fucking show.
That I'm not able to do.
I knew that was going to be your answer, you rat bastard.
They don't have like a once per stream buy limit. But
Fuck
I
it,
can.
make it once every 4 hours.
Oh, shit. Or we start charging 25 cents a play.
Start charging that bitch. At least then my suffering hat brings some cash to the show. But back on the topic at hand,
You do know that if
it's
you
just-
make people have to buy that, they're gonna fucking riot.
They are not going to be happy if we charge.
I'm tired of fucking hearing it. Especially from friendly fucking fire that has a greenhouse that I can reef.
Charging for Bob? You would charge money for ear fucking?
And that's getting pinned.
Oh, wow.
But yes, back on the topic of hand, the Bretonian state. The reason why Bretonia is such a beautiful area is because it originally was a colony state of the High Elves. Then you had the whole civil war with Malekith, the Sundering, and then they went and pissed off the Beard people. And then King Calador lost his head and the crown.
Oh, that's not good.
So the
The
elves
dwarves are
decided
proud
to
of
fuck
that.
back. And yeah, no, they love rubbing that in their fucking faces. Can we have the helm back? No.
It belongs to the book now.
Well, no, the thing they comment is it's not the every time the elves demand it, they're like, okay, but the High King has to come collect it with his new crown.
AKA, they're saying, "Come and get it. I'm gonna cut off your head and give you another."
And we're gonna get another one,
Give myself another-
motherfuckers. But back on topic, when the Phoenix King Cardadel ordered a withdrawal of all the elves back to Elflantis, those colonies, those who stayed in the colonies had to fend for themselves. And then they left to the woods, became hippies, also known as wood elves. I'll have to cover that topic too in Tree Bro.
And Tree Bro.
Can't forget the Tree Bro.
Oh, Tree
Yeah,
Bro's
and
actually a big
Stir-
character?
You know how I told you about the Sword of Cain?
I do remember you talking about Sword of Cain, yes.
How it could basically kill whatever the fuck it hit?
Yeah.
Tree Bro got stabbed right in the middle of the chest of it, then picked up the guy wielding it and beat the ever-living tar fuck out of him
Damn.
while he was still being burned to death.
Yeah, a tree that's immune to being on fire.
Nice.
Did I also mention this person was also possessed by the Elvish war god?
You know what? You may have mentioned it in passing.
So he basically picked up Cain after he stabbed him through with his magical sword, brought him to his eye, and said, "Mama didn't raise no bitch. We're gonna see if your mama did," and started throttling him around the ground like Loki v Hulk style.
Nice.
You don't fuck with Dorothy. It's called Novocaine.
I should start keeping count of how many pin messages I get. It's like a purity seal.
Chaplain Bob hands those out like candy, especially when you make funny comments.
Novocaine. Yeah, nice.
Besides that, it was right around this time when the elves went full hippie that the first nomadic humans of the land appeared. The Bretone was the name of the tribe. Well, the tribe called the land Bretoni because they were the
And they were
Bretoni.
of the Bretoni. Yeah.
Yes, they were of the Bretoni. That's why I was like, what the fuck am I reading here?
I was say Bob was having a strong.
You doing the strong again?
No, I was understanding it. It's just like, who the fuck what preposterous asshole names their tribe the Bretoni, and then names their land the Bretoni, and then there's another motherfucker later on named Giles Lee Bretoni. What the fuck?
French. What do you want?
Some originality.
Warhammer. What do you want?
Fair. Like their kin within the lands of the Empire, they displaced both the greenskins and the human earth worshippers that had become the dominant force in the west of the Grey Mountains. And then they had a run-in with the Riemann Empire. Basically, imagine Warhammer Fantasy Rome. Rome didn't last. That eventually became Talia. Anyway, then came the Dark Ages, Imperial Calendar 900, aka 900 years after Sigmar's founding of the Empire. And to quote in a dwarf, the Bretonians, I know them. Arrogant lot, full of fancy ideas about their valor and chivalry and whatnot, yet they have no love for the Grobi, mind you. So that makes them firm friend to Dowie.
What the fuck did you just say?
I spoke Dwarvish. That's exactly how it's fucking written. That's not me having a stroke.
Okay, if
So
you
pretty
say
much,
so.
I will translate. I like I like the Bretoni. They're good. They're very uptight, but they're not. But they hate the orcs and the goblins. So they're okay in my book.
Thank you for translating my Dowie's my Kazalid into English, Alan.
You're welcome.
So, at the beginning of the Empire, Sigmar did extend a invitation to all the Bretonnian warlords to join him in his new confederation. However, being French, they basically said no.
To quote Ver, they said, "You're not a noble. Go fuck yourself."
Oh, nice.
They would pay for this in the future. In
I love
time,
how
the
Bob
knowledge.
even say I'm wrong.
Well, technically, there were no fucking nobility back then for either side. They're just being pretentious pricks. But
Yeah,
eventually,
they thought they were noble though.
the trade of knowledge of masonry and metalworks eventually gained the nearby proximity of the dwarves, allowed the sub-tribes of Bretonia to resemble something closer to their modern state, and they haven't progressed in almost 2,000 years. It become custom for the bravest and the best and bravest
Perfection does not evolve.
Tell
They
that
are
to my
crap.
tell that to my fucking 55 caliber gun.
Stewardess, I speak Dwarvish. The fuck?
But don't you know the thing? Everything is slowly turning to crab because crab is perfect. They are crab.
I fucking hate that gun. But as I was saying, it became custom for all the towns in the Bretonia to equip their best and bravest young men to protect the town, protect the village at all times. Everyone else was to toil to provide for themselves and to equip the young warrior and his war horse. He lived off the fat of the land, ate the best meals, drank the best wine. He had together with his constant training and practice at arms always set them apart. They were usually physically bigger, fitter, more robust, standing about head and shoulders above every other peasant. These chosen warriors normally took up residence in basically a watchtower, a wooden structure which later would become into a stone castle. And he would take for his wife the fairest maiden in the village. In return for all this, the warrior was honor bound to defend the village against any foe, no matter the odds, or no matter how terrible. I don't give a fuck if that's an ancient red fucking dragon over there. You're gonna go fist fight it. I don't give a shit if that is the very embodiment of an elven war god. You got a sword, go start swinging.
I don't give a fuck if that's a tree. You're gonna go fight it.
Okay, don't fight the trees, man. The wild hunt is not a joke.
I love Ash. Oh, for fuck's sake, who robbed it from me?
Yeah,
Me.
Bob, actually, yeah.
It was I, so I didn't have to listen
I'll
to
have
your
Tapperlipton,
bullshit.
I'll have Tapperlipton, I'll have Tapperlipton, Lipton, I'll have Tapperlipton.
And then
What does
Professor
it say?
comes in with the steel chair.
I thank you, fellow Americana. As I was saying, no matter the odds, he had to take up a chance. If necessary, he would take on a horde of marauding orcs alone. These warriors would later become known as the Knight and
Ow.
Warhorse became
Why?
exemplars.
Why do you do
What?
this to me?
I got Yuki'd.
Yeah, I
and
guess who?
wide. I miss the old demon one where it just down pitched him a little bit. At least he was intelligible.
He's still intelligible with this one.
I do have the radio demon. It's on the other one though. It's
I
on
was
my
saying,
other. Yeah, it's on the radio demon. I have Oh God, what's his name from Lancer? Orbis. I have Orbis. I have Take Commander, and I have Radio Demon
hmm,
on the other stream deck page. I keep forgetting about those. Might
that
have
has
to
a shit.
might have to bring that back sometime. Maybe want to do a clean sweep of the voices. Maybe I'll do a poll. What's your favorite voice you want me to sound like? And then maybe we can do something like that.
As I dare say, eventually the knights and the horses became examples of the kind. Although knights were known among other human tribes of the old world, it was the Bretones that had perfected it. Number that down. There will not be many more compliments I paid to the Bretoni. Among the Bretoni, each petty king or warlord would soon rename themselves as a duke of their small dukedom. By the year 770 IC, the lands of Bretonia had long been divided into 16 realms, each led by their own duke. And it was right around this time, bad things happened.
Why do bad things happen to good people?
Because for another 200 years, or 160 years, the Bretoni fucked off and did not advance themselves much further. By the year of 930 IC, a massive horde of orcs led by the warlord Gigabad, yes, Gragabad, that's not a joke, Gragabad.
Honestly, I thought you were like that. The Gigabad was literally like he's Gigabad.
No, I missed
Are
the
we
R there.
talking about Old World? Yeah, Ash. This has been a thing. We're on episode 6 of this. I want Yark.
Yark's dead, get over it.
We do every first Monday, in this case Tuesday, because I died on Monday, but I was reborn today. So, we're having our first Monday of every month is the good old world, and then we go back to 40K after that. And then the next first Monday in September will be old world again. That's how we're doing it.
Orcs, 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 orcs. Anyway,
We haven't had
They
an orc
put out-
episode in a while.
well, that's coming up in the old world next month, Kyle.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Are you
October.
not sitting in for October?
I am setting for October, and we're going to talk about a certain very pissed off orc that kicked a certain ever-chosen in the nuts.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, the orcs poured out of the mountains of the Messief Orcal and overran the lawns of Chevalier. Faced with imminent destruction, the last of the remaining knights of Chevalier rode out in a last desperate battle and fought the Greenskins on the open plains. And though the Greenskins fell in the loaves, to quote the actual wiki, like wheat before the scythe, they were killed to a man. The knights were. In the wake of this horrible fucking disaster and piss poor choice of instead of linking up, just throwing themselves upon the blade, the armies of hang on a minute. This French word, I do actually have to look up how to pronounce. I think this is it.
You got no, Evan.
That's too damn bad. It's going to happen.
It's Tuesday, though. Yes, because I died on Monday. Well, you're not. I was born again. That couple literally just went off. Al, you're going to have to wait a while.
Quinel. Okay, that's what I thought.
Professor,
French-
have you to Alan?
Poinelles and Brion rode forth and attacked the now weakened orc army. No sooner had the orcs began to rout from the battlefield than the armies sat into a dick measuring contest. They basically drove the orcs off the land, right? And then they started basically scrabbling over the rulership of the now charred hush that was Chevalier or Courrier. Fortunately, the two armies hadn't the stomach to face each other in open combat. Instead, the two dukes of each kingdom fought each other in honorable duel. By the end, the Lord of Brion was struck down and Courrier was expanded. It is said that the destruction of Cordier marked the beginning of the wars that would culminate in the unification of the entire kingdom. 2 years fucking pass, and Baldwin, the newly stated young Duke of Brion, led his armies to victory after defeating the hordes of Gragbad once more, and slaying the Orc horde this time in single combat. Actually, pretty fucking impressive for a human without any magical juice yet. The great axe, the great orc's massive axe had become lodged fast in his shield. So the young lord fought with the axe completely stuck in his shield and lugging that piece of iron around the entire time, and eventually became the symbol of Blion in memory of this event. But you're not here to hear about that. Right around this time, though, they did fight. This took about, if I'm doing my math right around 14 years. So right around 946 Imperial calendar, the orcs attacked again. Right? Still, not a problem. The Knights have it. And then Northern Raiders. You know, Norskins.
Is that Canada?
That's Canada. Well, no, that would be the Swedes.
Oh, okay.
That'd be the Vikings. And they burned the coastlines of Lyon's Coron, while wild beastmen warhordes poured forth in their unusual numbers from the woodlands of Ardennes. Beset by 3 massive armed enemy invasions, the Bretonnia of the northern lands were forced to requiesce all the lands they held and gather behind their walls, while the enemy roamed the land at will. It was right around this time.
They went and hid as the Vikings went around and pillaged everything.
Oh, things are about to get even fucking worse.
Fuck the peasants, pretty much.
Oh, things are about to get even worse. Right around the same time, the undead armies of Setra, the fucking imperishable one, the Heavenly Hara, and his fleet of rotting warships, skeletal warriors, landed on the western coast of Bretonnia.
So the skeletons appeared because why the fuck not?
With the Bone Daddy.
But why though?
Oh, I'm not done yet. And to the south, because the Greenskins are already attacking from the east, or from the north, to the southeast, restless goblin tribes came together down from their homes in the Grey Mountains, pillaging and burning the dukedoms of Cordier and Bastion. By 974, go ahead.
So let me just get this straight. From the north, Vikings are attacking. From the south, there is skeletons, or the.
Mm-hmm. You have Setra.
So from the west you have skeletons. From the south you have goblins. From the north you have Vikings, and from the east you have fucking orcs, all at the same exact time.
Yes.
I agree with the nobles. I'd be in the castle. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
So, for once, Alan understands the plight of the Frenchman.
I'm sorry, but if all that's happening at one time, I would just be looking out, giving the middle finger as my gate closes.
It was right around this time. Let's see, never seen it. And mind you, this is Mount's never before seen in Bretonia's history. Cut off from all aid, the once ancient dukedom of Ganburiel was utterly destroyed. And yes, that is exactly how it's pronounced.
So the entire dukedom died.
Completely obliterated. In response, the Bretonian knights once more rose up against the onslaught of the Greenskins, charging headlong towards enemy lines like fucking morons because they never heard of a flanking maneuver. Upon all across the realms, however, the lords of each dukedom had not the time to properly gather their forces into a single force. Outnumbered and surrendered, these scattered bands of knights were soon overwhelmed in just slaughtered by the greenskin hordes. With enemies of mankind amassing all around them, the remaining dukes had all but lost hope. However, there was hope still. One of the Bretonnian dukes, however, did not give way to despair and determined to unite his people into a singular nation. This legendary uniter, was Duke Gilles Le Breton, the newly crowned Duke of Baston, a famous knight who personally slew the Red Worm No. I gotta look at the wiki quickly. That cannot be how it's actually said. That cannot be right.
Oh,
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Smeargoff. He slew Smeargoff the dragon.
Alrighty then.
oh no, my vodka.
Oh fuck.
The pronunciation of the dragon's name.
Nice.
Smirnoff. I'm sorry, I just found that fucking hilarious. I was like, okay, I must.
So guys, can we say this? He defeated alcoholism.
Ooh.
I don't know
Just
if
my
it's
first thought.
alcoholism in general, but
It's just
It sounds like you're saying Smirnoff, so that's the only thing I can think of is, oh, hey, alcohol.
Listen, I saw that. My first thought was, I must have had liquor in the brain because that cannot be how it's pronounced.
I
Look
slayed
it up,
that
though, you
dragon a
son of
bunch in my 20s.
Deep within the forest of Colons, Gaius rallied the first Duke Thurum de Leonos, then his greatest and most loyal friend, Duke Ledun de Muzalan, under his crusading banner. But even these three men and their combined grand army found themselves outnumbered and facing certain annihilation. The inexperienced and badly battered Bretonnian army then camped themselves beside the lake
Why not have
upon the
zero?
Marrow.
Really?
They felt certain to face their doom upon the field of battle, with the drums of orcs pounding throughout the night, allowing not an ounce of rest or slumber. That morning, when all hope seemed lost for the Bretonnies, a true miracle unfolded upon Giles, we'll go with that, Giles, and his army of knights. Giles knelt beside the lakeside to drink of its pure waters and pray for strength. An ethereal and heavily beautiful woman appeared from across the mists, leaving the Bretonnian army gasped and afraid. And I would be too during Warhammer Fantasy's fucking Fey and other shenanigans. I would have assumed it was some hag creature about to smite my ass. But
So she's a Tau?
when I tell you, well, man,
She came out of a lake. She's a fish. Big Titty Tau GF, apparently.
Kyle, one of these days I'm gonna have to go over the Monstarium with you, and you're gonna understand why I would be heavily concerned about anything popping out of the mist in the old world. Giles was the first to make a move, raising the blood-stained tattered banner of the Bastion Keep. Inspired by either genius or just fucking madness, he cried out, Lady, wouldst thou bless mine banner? He then dipped it into the lake at the lady's feet, and when he withdrew it and raised it high once more, it was dry, fully restored, and now emblazoned with the glowing icon of a golden grail. The other dukes and knights then scrambled to follow his example, asking the lady to bless their sword, lance, warhorse, armor, soiling clothes, whatever the fuck, anything to get their hands on. Finally, the lady held forth a large gilded chalice overflowing with light, giving it first to Giles, then to his companions. Leon, I'm not going to say their full names again, Leons and Muzalan. I'm only going to say their last names, because I'm not saying all that fucking French, I'm sorry. These three became the first Grail Knights.
Strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is no bias for any system of government, no basis for any system of government.
I was waiting for somebody to make that comment.
Oh, God.
If you're not getting what I'm putting down here, this is just Arthurian fucking legend.
It's the fucking Tau of the Lake giving them fucking weapons and blessings. 2 penny seals!
Fighting under the banner of the Lady of the Lake, the Bretonians gained the courage needed to fight the greenskins upon the fields. The dirt of the approaching enemy had gathered in from all sides. Foul air and their war cries strummed out. But it was not enough. Even though the greenskins outnumbered the Bretonians 10-1, it was as if each man fought like a lion. There's a tale, it's not recorded in the wiki, but I remember one of the books them mentioning this, that Giles has been seen fighting at least 4 black orcs, and he ripped one's head off with his bare hands while shattering another's with his sword, another one's with the blunt end of with the pommel of his sword, cutting another orc in half. He basically went full fucking Malum Kaido.
So the Tower of the Lake also gave them steroids.
Yes, and apparently it was good melee steroids. That's how I know
I'm
that it's
Cadius.
What?
What you say, Alan?
I'm Cadius.
Yes, the alternate decade of fucking Scarcarius.
What's the name of the guy in Bolt Gun?
Malum Kaido. That's what I said. They alternated the Malum fucking Kaido.
That's it. That's right. Yeah.
The one that fights, change their ways like it's nothing, and it beats the ever living tar shit out of it.
Well, when I get back to streaming again, like I wanted to on the Tuesdays to do some game night stuff here, I want to do a Bolt Gun playthrough on stream because I have not finished Bolt Gun.
It is I, Malum Kaido. Anyway, then began the time of the Great Unification. Giles led his newly crowned army of Bretonia southward, overcome the orcs besieging Bordeloo. The 3 companions slaughtered as much as the rest of the army combined, taking the heads of at least 3 orc warlords.
Right. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses are Nicky like you told David till they hee.
Bullshit.
Right. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses are Nicky like you told David till they hee.
I hope you don't expect to have a greenhouse when you get back on tonight.
I missed my timer.
I knew the moment I fucking looked at the timer, it was flashing red at 0. I was going, fuck. I knew somebody would beat me to it. But anyway, slaughter as much as an army, they retake their lands to the greenskins. Lord Bordeloo and Lord D'Aquitaine joined Giles and his ever-growing army of knights. These 2 would later become the 5th and 4th Grail companions. Then he rode south once more to Brionne, liberating it from a supposedly Nurgle-enhanced orc by the name Bratgar.
Wait.
Nurgle-enhanced orc?
It was a bloated orc. Supposedly those orcs that's a type of orc in the old fantasy thing, because orcs can be infected with Nurgle's bullshit.
Really?
Yes. And apparently drinking the magical bathwater, Lord Frodon summoned a great flock of falcons and plucked the orcs' army, their flying beasts, out of the air. How that
was it
fucking
Bella
worked?
Beans?
I'll say, which e-girl was it?
I don't know. But apparently the cow fish water is highly effective.
Ah, nice.
As such, they managed to slay yet another orc warlord. If you keep count now, this makes 6 orc warlords have now just lost their fucking heads at this point in time. If you're an orc, this is a great fucking time to be alive. The Humies suddenly now got magical juice to make them fight harder.
It's an amazing fight, and you're climbing up the ladder. Perfect.
Yeah. Because if the guy's stronger above you dies, you're now 1 step stronger.
Now that the orcs had basically lost their warlords, Baldwin de Brion sailed forth with his knights to meet Gaius in the midst of the Orca's army, and they clasped forearms as brothers. All I'm picturing is the original Predator movie. You know what I'm talking about, Alan?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You son of a
You
bitch.
son of a bitch.
That's what I'm just picturing this in the middle of fighting an orc army. The Lady of the Lake appeared and gave Baldwin a drink from the Holy Grail, thus becoming the sixth real companions. Though the knights were outnumbered 300 to fucking 1, I'm starting to call bullshit on the Bretonians' ability to count here.
Or
Grail companions
Warhammers
were
in general. That's always their issue is
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah, because if it was just okay, let's say it was
Great
just
House
we're
isn't
gonna
working
count.
anyways. There's Ash. Damn it! Fordon, is he a relative of Ash? I don't
The Grail companions were able to
Anyways.
drive them from the field. Urged on by the Lady of the Lake, they crossed the river Bayan and rode east through the ravaged dukedom of Cassillon, or Corson, towards the besieged duke. No, my Cassillon was right. Towards the besieged dukedom of Cornez, Corson, as they
Croissant?
rode. As the Lord Lambert of Corson rallied
Croissant?
to the band and entered Corson upon
Croissant?
found that the forest of Lorne was aflames. Assaulted by another army of Arkish warriors, some of the knights were afraid to venture towards the burning forest for fear of the dreaded Fey Enchantress. Fucking Fey Wild.
Yeah, where are those other 39,999 Warhammers?
Fey Hornets!
Oh god. I'm so glad I decided to do a makeup stream tonight.
Unafraid, Giles urged them on. Upon entering the forest, the knights were attacked by orcs. In the heat of the battle, the Fey Enchantress appeared from the shadows and lent her aid to the knights. The very trees rose up to meet the greenskin invaders. As the battle raged on, the knights were met with the army of Raedmund the Pure, Lord of Quillon. And with the last orc slain, the lady blessed both Raedmund and Lambard for the bravery, thus becoming the seventh and eighth Grail companions. Yada yada. Riding north to the dukedom of Previon, basically they're just rolling around, taking victory. I'm trying to speed this the fuck up. It's almost already 9 o'clock. The city walls of the mountains along. Whilst the horde of goblins of the Severed Head tribe looted the city, Lord Engar of Provion, mounted upon Glorfindel, his faithful Pegasus, took to the skies and aided Gaius in retaining the city. The aid of the dukedom of Yes.
Boy.
Metaphor, yada yada yada. We're not going to go over this. Eventually, Gaius succeeds in unifying the Britannia. And eventually, as they're fighting orcs, Gaius is struck in the throat after, I think it's 2-3 years. He is struck in the throat with an arrow from a greenskin. And he is asked with his dying breath he would be laid on before a small raft by a nearby lake, where it's said in legend that the lady took his body back to her domain, where his body remains to this day. This is basically just Arthurian legend adapted into Warhammer Fantasy. If you don't know, when King Arthur is laid low, the Lady of the Lake takes his body to the Fae. I can't remember where he takes his body. Is it Avalon or
Avalon?
Avalon? And
Avalon. Avalon is his castle. Avalon is the land of the lady.
That's why because in Kaiser gets Operation Avalon, the King Arthur has returned. Kyle has no idea what the fuck that was, but
You know what? You're talking. I'm painting. Have at it. When there's something I recognize, I will give a little quip and then keep painting.
With the tragic death of Giles in the year 17 of the Bretonian calendar, we don't use their funny French calendar. It's 995 Imperial.
Pause. Professor did a soundbite and it did not work. What the fuck?
Oh.
Ow! I hit my desk. The camera shook. Ow!
Yeah, Horace.
Fucking Horus.
Is that spelled right? Is that why it's
I'll
not
give
working?
you a hint. I'll give you a hint.
I
No,
would
he's missing a. He has his exclamation point Horus. It's supposed to be this.
I'll say. Oh,
He's missing an S.
Horus! That's right. I forgot. It's F Horus. I totally forgot. I'm like, why didn't it work? I totally forgot it's F Horus. Okay.
That's what I was saying.
You are right. You are right. Continue.
Though there was much lamentation and wailing for the passing of the great unifier, Gallus only had one recognized son, Louis. He was crowned the next Duke of Bastogne. However, the question of whether he should be proclaimed King of Bretonia, as old tribal tradition dictated, was very debated. Many advocated that the Duke Landrun should take the position, while others believed that his rival Duke, I am not fucking say that, Duke Thur, or the wise Duke Marcus would make a more suitable heir to the throne. The majority of the dukes, however, agreed that Louis should take on the duty, but this posed another problem. Louis had not drank from the Grail, as his father had and all the other dukes.
He's not worthy of the Tau titty milk.
Fucking Christ, Kyle. It had been decreed that no knight, no matter the birthright, would become Lord of all Bretonia without first achieving both the blessing of the Fey Enchantress and the Lady of the Lake. So it was that Louis left court, setting out immediately upon his quest to find the lady, thus proving his worth before her sight, earning his kingly title, the Rash. And this eventually led to the traditions of the questing knights. So he actually did something pretty fucking cool.
Did you say his title was the Rash?
Yes.
Are we just gonna skip over that? Like the Rash?
Yes, because it was rash for him to abandon everything else to go seek this route preparing. When they told him this, he didn't grab anything. He grabbed his sword and walked the fuck out the door to go find her. It's a little fucking rash. Would you agree?
Well, when you said rash, I was thinking something along the lines of maybe Nurgle gave him, not just he's being rash.
Yeah, an itchy rash, not like he's like, you know.
Louis traveled the length and breadth of all of Britannia, righting many wrongs and doing great deeds in service of the goddess. In his absence, for fuck's sake, Duke Thur acted as steward of all Bretonia, much to the annoyance of Ludwin, his rival duke. Years later, Louis did return to his ancestral castle, astride a mighty purebred charger. His golden hair was shining, his eyes were with the glow of a divine noble presence. Nobody could doubt he had earned the lady's favor. How he got the titty milk, we don't know.
Yes, Bob.
He found it.
Beautiful.
So thus, his subjects fell to their knees and proclaimed their loyalty to the new king. Thus, he was named the King of Bretonia, bestowed with a golden crown, a gift from the Fey Enchantress herself. All of Bretonia rejoiced at their new monarch. Yes, I bet they did, especially the peasants that still suffered. You fucking French bastards.
Well, they
I'm
have
pretty sure
to.
majority of the peasants-
They have to rejoice or they get hung.
I also am pretty sure majority of the peasants were more or less just, what the fuck's going on again? I don't know. All I know is the harvest is coming soon, so I don't give two shits.
It's like, well, I'm the king of Bretonia. Well, I didn't vote for you.
Yeah.
I fucking love this shit. His brother was the herpes. It's Tau Titty Milk Blue. What brand of brush is that? It looks awesome. This is Fu Mui. It's Fuumuui. I don't know. It was a gift brought. It was a gift brought to me on Father's Day, and I'm finally cracking them open. And so far, so good. I like them. I'm not normally a big fan of the big bumpy middle part, but this one here, it's like, I don't know. It's the angles are right. They fit my finger and thumb good. I like it so far. It's a real nice brushes so far. Let's split the tips, shall we?
His first act as king was to formalize the codes of honor and chivalry that his father and the companions lived by. The original vow of the knightly brotherhood had still existed within the halls of Bastogne upon crumbling parchment, decorated with elaborate script detailing all the duties and privileges of a knight, those of all other ranks and within noble society all across Britannia. Knights eagerly embrace these vows. Sure, they fucking do. Many noble warriors give up all deeds of land and title, bullshit, castles and wealth, thus to embark upon the path of questing knight. A wave of faith swept through Britannia, and the Lady of the Lake verily became the primary deity of the noble cause. Yada yada, bing boom boom, Avalloran. We're not here to talk about that bullshit or the Ravia conflict. We're here to talk about the funny things in Bretonia. We're definitely not we're not covering the Crusades. That's going to get us fucking thrown off here. I know it will. Because
That's also very. Also, I'm pretty sure it isn't very, TPS.
Tell you what, save the crusading for when we talk about Trench Crusade again.
We'll do.
Well, yes, we'll save it till then. Let's just put it this way: if you thought the Caffeans are cartoonish versions of the Chinese, Araby is the cartoonish depiction of Europeans depicted of the Middle East.
Ah,
Yeah.
Crank it to 11.
Twitch would not like us if we
No, Twitch would immediately come running and probably stab us, all three of us, in the neck with a knife. Not even bad, just kill.
Good news, we are such small streamers, they probably would not even notice.
Well, let's just put it this way. Their great leader is a sultan. Can you guess what his name is?
Ali Ababa?
Jafar.
Ah! Nice. Same movie!
Prince Ali, fabulous. Okay, I gotta stop.
Oh, and by the way, Kyle, he looks exactly like Jafar.
Of course he does! Because Warhammer can't be original. Warhammer, I didn't say that. Games Workshop, please sponsor us. Sultan of Swing. How do I start reading more on Trench Crusade? It looks awesome. So far, the only thing I know to get more into Trench Crusade is their own website and Discord.
They also have a TikTok.
I don't think they're like branched out yet. It's still kind of like Kickstarter. They don't have any like actual materials out. They do have a lot of people making their own STL files and minis. They do have the rules set and like a lore primer on the website. So if you do want to actually play Trench Crusade, they do have like a set of like beginner's rules and try how to play while they're still kind of working on it. All I know is an ex-Games Workshop employee, the guy who worked on Mordheim, I believe was the game. He's behind Trench Crusade. So I've heard a lot of people are excited about it because of that guy. I guess he does some good work.
It was it was a guy who created Mordheim and also one of their artists.
I wish I had a resin 3D printer and some space to use it. I'd print some minis for it. That is on my list, which hopefully will be happening soon.
Second Kyle clears out a certain section of space, I'll go happies on him because I would love to start making STI files for certain characters. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
We're Games Workshop. No, we are not. We are not building our own models. Please sponsor us.
Oh yes, Games Workshop. I would never take your incentive and steal other people's work. I would never do such a thing.
Rich, you know GW had to drop a lawsuit recently?
Oh God.
No.
They tried to sue somebody over the I think it was they tried to what the fuck was it? The British government almost came after them. The Prif helmet, the Praetorian Prif helmets. They said that was their intellectual fucking property in the fucking British Armory. Wait, I beg your fucking pardon?
They tried to take a helmet as their property.
You know the Prif helmet you see the Praetorians wear?
Yeah.
Some guy was selling those online.
They tried to claim that was theirs?
Yes, they tried. It wasn't even nothing to do with it. Well, we own the intellectual claim to these. And the fucking British Armory responded with a, "What the fuck did you just say?"
I just realized, I heard the Discord ping and pop again. I just thought about it. Bao did this normal thing where he comes in here or like where he like says one thing in chat, but instead he actually came into the actual recording chat this time, said one thing.
And they disappeared.
I thought they allowed 3D printed models as proxies. A long time ago.
No, they do not anymore.
Long time ago, when they gave you a cardboard cutout of a dreadnought.
They will literally ban your ass if you even bring a fucking model.
It's just the ventilation problem. Well, good news for me. I work in HVAC. The V stands for ventilation.
Kyle knows all about this.
I can do that, no problem.
If you'd like a tip, please. Kyle does take consulting prices. It is one chocolate and donut.
One chocolate donut.
Or one adult beverage.
Or one adult beverage.
One adult beverage will definitely get you more.
He is a cheap whore. But we're gonna skip over most of the wars of imagery, the Skavens, all that, the whole deal with the false grail, that shenanigans, Dark Elf raids where they fucking took an entire El Engain's Duke managed to steal an entire Black Ark from the Druki. And we're gonna talk about not the geography. It's just basically fucking it's France. There's not much to talk about. It's just medieval fucking France.
Oh, you know what I wish we should talk about one day?
Mm-hmm.
Alba.
Oh, Elba.
Yeah, Albia. Because Albia is actually a thing in Warhammer 40k. I mean, not Warhammer 40. Warhammer Fantasy. God damn.
If we talk about Alba, we're gonna have to go over the Apocrypha of the monsters of the old world. And holy shit, that one's gonna have to be labeled a few things.
Oh no.
It's bad. But anyway, now onto their systems. The poor royal. First off, you have royal court, right? Your whole shit that reunites dukes, all that. You have the 7 commandments of chivalry, which are to serve the Lady of the Lake, to defend the domains entrusted to you, to protect the weak, fight for the bright, always to fight the enemies of virtue and order, never to give up the fight until the foe is defeated, never to break faith with a friend or ally, always to display honor and courtesy. And you would think these being very important rules, right?
You would think so, right? Yeah.
I can promise you there are at least 20, I've read at least 15 stories where that second to last one, never to break faith with a friend or ally, they actively break faith with a friend or ally.
Well, they're French, right?
Yes.
Well,
they see it as you betrayed them first. So they no longer have to honor that one. And the rules of honor being a knight may only fight hand to hand with sword or lance. He may not use a missile weapon. A knight shall always accept a challenge towards personal combat. A knight shall not draw a sword against his fellow Bretonnian knights except in trial by combat or within a tournament. A knight shall not allow himself to be captured alive, and a knight shall not flee from the enemy, nor retreat without proper tactical cause.
Proper tactical cause.
AKA throw the peasants at it so I can escape. But yes, they worship the Lady of the Lake as their religion.
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Another big thing in Bretonnia, since peasants aren't actually allowed to worship the Lady of the Lake, as stupid as that sounds.
They're not allowed to worship?
They're not allowed to worship the Lady of the Lake in the Grail chapels.
They don't have freedom of religion?
The next biggest religion is the Cult of the Lady, also known as the Cult of Shalia, the peasant or the goddess of healing. It's basically she's the goddess of healers and peasants, all that shit. Basically, an actual decent god. And then you have the rules between separating the high society and the peasants. As such, there are multiple knights or ranks to them. You have knights errant, knights of the realm, questing knights, and grail knights. Each one of those has more authority over the ones that came before it. And they can do whatever the fuck they please. That's not a joke. whatever they please.
Wonderful.
In fact, in one of the stories, a knight tried to claim the right of first knight on a imperial noble's wife. And he then found out why gunpowder doesn't give a shit how much steel you have in front of your chest.
Damn.
And principle. You're in the Empire, you try to claim something that doesn't belong to you, you might get shot.
The problem for me is I really don't have a good place to set it for ventilation. Most of the windows downstairs are painted shut. The upstairs is right over my bed. Yeah, see, I have a detached garage and an attached garage. The back garage, my detached garage, is like my workshop / all my tools and everything. So I'm going to be building an office in there for my my second business that I run. And when I do that, I'm going to put one corner aside that I'm going to run a ventilation fan and everything. I'm going to build a chamber and everything for it. That it's just going to put box in chamber, run ventilation fan to suck all the fumes out, let her rip. Is the Empire in Texas?
Let's just put it this way. When it comes to the Empire, they have very little tolerance for bullshit when it comes to other people's. They believe Sigmar's way is the best way. And if you start trying to act like you have a right to claim something upon my house, let alone my fucking wife, so help you God, you're lucky they haven't invented a switch yet.
Especially like it's like
yeah,
a whole
I can
different
hear it.
nation like over there, and you're just gonna say
They don't give a shit.
you think your power goes to a whole other nation?
The Royarch of Bretonia once attempted to seize, I believe it was Fort... God, I always fuck these forts up. It's not... I can't remember if Hilgard or
Helgard.
Helmgart, but he basically tried to seize it, and the Imperials crushed him and then paraded his ass around on a fucking jackass for 30 days and 30 nights. Because he thought he could cavalry charge and smash down the door. They opened it up and just let rip with grave shot.
Damn.
The Imperials don't fuck around. Bretonia has a friend and enemy relationship with the Empire. It's mostly leaned closer to friend with Karl Franz for the simple fact of the last time they fucked around, the last emperor became known as Nightbreaker. And Karl Franz is 1,000 times more competent than that guy.
Nice.
So it's like, maybe we shouldn't fuck around. But yeah, I want you to take a look at this picture, Kyle, in the Discord. Shameless plug, by the way.
Shameless plug
What
to
do
the
you
Discord.
Shameless plug. Tell me what do you think that is?
Let me click on it so it makes it a little bit bigger. Oh, it's all better. I see some peasants on the left, some nobles on the right, and I see what looks like a wine grape salesman.
Yes. You notice how all the peasants are deformed?
Yes.
That's not a joke. That's how inbred they are. They make the Hotspurs look like a straight and narrow family.
Oh no. Thank you for the plug, Ash. Plug with no link? Bloody amateur.
Right. Extra noses passes on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boys from across the floor. Noses your Nicky way detail baby till they hee hee. Right. Extra noses passes on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boys from across the floor. Noses your Nicky way detail baby till they hee hee.
Anyway,
Your timer failed again.
no, it went off perfectly. I was just gotten caught up in a talking fit, and I looked down and saw. I was like, "Fuck." The kingdom is, though the kingdom of Bretonia does talk about chivalry and all that. It is notorious for its oppression of both commoners and peasants, which most agree is stricter than any other of the old world nations. The dark side of Bretonia's culture is placed unshamelessly out in the open, where all the nobles and nobility are set high above the peasantry in all ways. Nobles have all say in all matters. The peasants often live in far worse conditions than those in the Empire, Talia, Estalia, and even fucking Kislev.
I like how Mama Bear goes, wasn't me this time. And the professor, I was in the next room when I heard that and actually said, fuck you, Ash.
Anyway, and though the nobility often disputes these claims, however, pointing to the the religious inquisition of the empire and the atrocities committed by the witch hunters. To them, the peasants have homes to live in, food on their tables, and they can marry whoever they want without the concern of politics. They live under the protection of their lord. They work, eat, sleep, and they rot. Indeed, this does not sound like the bad life to most knights errant, who, while appearing bash and dismissive to the serfs, will soon learn to adopt a more solemn and honorable bearing, befitting their sacred role as protectors of the realm.
You say eat, sleep, and rot?
Yes. Nevertheless, the peasants have few, if any, rights. They are kept illiterate and uneducated by law. They are often considered mere property of their feudal lord, must surrender 9/10 of their crop each harvest. Let me say that again. 9/10 of their crops each harvest.
So just enough to live.
As a result, most remain extremely poor their entire lives. They may not leave their home estate unless allowed. As a result, a certain degree of inbreeding is quite common. Many peasants are afflicted by clubfoot, extra fingers, lazy eyes, or similar minor defects and mutations, including what is known as the Privion jaw.
The Hasper jaw.
It's the Hasbard fucking jaw. Bretonian justice is extremely harsh and entirely ruled by superstition. Any peasant who is caught stealing or poaching is hanged. Far harsher punishment is dealt to any peasant who attacks a noble. He and his entire family will be tortured and slowly dismembered, being drawn and quartered as the preferred method by law, while all his closest friends and acquaintances will be crippled. Such is the price of rebellion.
Oh,
That'd
hey,
be like
oh God, Kyle stole a piece of bread from a noble. Now I'm going to be now I'm going to be dead and
and I'm
crippled.
going to be crippled. A small but growing middle class. A small but growing class of commoners, often referred to as the freemen, make up most of the professional trades and merchant classes within Bretonian society. Though illiterate for the most part, they can either be self-taught, or instructed by monks for an egregious fucking price. In fact, most of these people will flee to the Empire, learn Reichspiel for cheaper price, and then go back to Bretonia once they've made a name for themselves in places like Marienburg. All education is thus done in private arrangements in many Grail monasteries for a steep price. Artisans, craftsmen, and skilled semi-professionals live almost exclusively within the kingdom's few cities and numerous larger towns, situated mostly along the kingdom's coast. And though they remain socially segregated from the bonded peasants and give fealty to a lord or knight, yada yada bing bing boo, with permission from the local authorities. If their skills are not considered too important, their current master or the commonly they may leave. So if you have a skill, you might be told, no, you got to stay here, motherfucker. You don't get to leave.
We need you.
So say like
Intellectu-
if I'm a blacksmith and pretty much the lords could look at me and say, "You're the fucking stuck here and you're never going anywhere." Practically.
Yes. Oh, yes. In fact, one of the funniest exchanges I ever read to was a blacksmith jumped on a fucking pirate ship just so he'd go fucking home. He risked piracy charges just so fucking I'm done dealing with this bastard.
Damn.
Though also, another fun fact, if you're not a noble, you do not have the right to own ownership of gold jewelry or gold at all. It's considered hoarding, and it is verboten for all commoners. And
So gold is for nobles and silver is for peasants.
Oh no, most peasants have to deal exclusively in copper and silver. and usually is
Huh.
given as tax and tithing upon the royal treasury. Any gold received in a trade must be declared and handed over to a merchant's noble master. This being done each tithing day and an exchange rate that is considered criminal.
Jesus.
Wonderful.
These laws are strictly applied to this class. With gold, even certain gems are forbidden to be worn publicly. Also, any cloth of purple, bright yellow, green thread, silk of any color, and furs are restricted to the rabbit, cat, and rat. That's all the peasants allowed to wear. Those are the only furs. The use of plate mail is verboten. The carrying of heavy swords or any weapon class above a rapier or light cavalry saber is also forbidden. Foreigners are permitted the use of both armor and heavy weapons upon being issued a license at the border for a steep price, usually in the form of a bribe to a local petty noble forced to command a frontier castle. I have a funny story involving this.
Let me guess. Someone tried doing this to a Empire knight, and he just fucking killed him.
He tried to make Coral France surrender a rune fang.
And Carl Franz popped a melon.
No, Carl France ignored and walked through. What? Cheap. Somebody kill that guy. I saw the message, didn't you, Kyle?
Yes, I did. Somebody killed that guy.
I had a full Fury movie. Shoot that guy. I'm free to say it, asshole.
I was jumping into the
Wait.
mod view to splat it.
But yeah,
Same here.
Carl France basically ignored him, thinking it was a joke walk through. And this peasant tried to say, I am a noble of Britonia. Who are you? And this is before Carl took on the title of emperor, so he's still the prince of Altdorf. Carl then turned around. It was only at this moment that the moron recognized the armor. And he promptly shat himself. Because
Oops.
you want to know what will start a war very fucking quickly?
Stealing a rune fang.
No, not just that. Threatening the life of the former emperor's son, and one of the elector counts. Did I also mention at this time they're still bickering over who should be able to take over Marienburg? So tensions were slightly high, and this moron just realized he might have just stuck his foot on the proverbial landmine.
Big oof.
Luckily for this poor, dumb, stupid bastard, Carl France was tired, and Carl France just wanted a fucking beer. And Carl France was provided a fucking beer.
He got a beer, and then he's just like, "I'll let you live."
I don't care. I've been fighting beastmen, greenskins, and all other fucking bullshit this entire time. I just need some liquor.
Please tell me it was at least a dwarven beer.
I don't know. It's not recorded. Also, peasants are also encouraged to breed at an alarming rate. This ensures there will always be hordes of low-born warriors throughout Britonia's armies. Plenty of farmers and craftsmen to support the kingdom's infrastructure. They're
AKA
using
breed like
Chinese
rabbits.
tactics. They're using Chinese army tactics.
We have more people than you have arrows.
And if you thought it was bad for the peasants, just wait till you hear about what happened, what they thought about women.
Oh no.
In society, both sexes are far from equal. Men are required to be polite to women at all times. Insulting a woman, in fact, is a terrible breach of etiquette, and men who finally attack women are punished particularly severely. Men are expected to stand when a woman enters a room and should always let her go first, unless climbing stairs, in which case a man should go first. Women are served first at meals and given more comfortable rooms at Britonian inns. Sounds great, all right now, right?
So far.
That was the bad part.
Of course, they get no say in this treatment. They will eat first, be honored whether they like it or not, and they will most certainly not be allowed to put themselves in danger. Of course, these requirements also only apply within a particular Bretonian branch of society.
So the
This
noble,
gets
the noble women.
yes. Noble men are not required to show this level of courtesy to peasant women.
Of course.
Hence the incident I spoke about earlier with a certain man and a hand cannon. Motherfucker forgot where the burner ended, and he found out. As long as it doesn't get out of hand, which might lead to a woman believe she is the equal, though they are not punished for acting this way. But a noble knight should not treat a peasant woman with the same etiquette as a noble woman, lest she get it in her small head that she is equal to a noble of her gender. On the other hand,
Damn.
Britannia women are not allowed to own property, travel without a male escort, to undertake most trades and professions. Despite the trappings of courtesy, men are firmly in control of Britannia society. There's only two exceptions to this rule: the Fey Enchantress and the Grail Damsels.
You're the one who did it.
Did not. I did this. You did the.
Though every once in a while, when a Bretonian knight is slain upon the field of battle, it turns out to have been a woman. Yes, there are Brianna Tarfs and Joan of Arcs.
I was wondering when the Joan of Arc was going to play into this.
We're not going to talk about Repance. That she deserves her own fucking episode of shenanigans.
Oh, okay. I am the liquor.
Funny enough, gunpowder weapons are not peasants are allowed to wield ranged weapons. They are the only ones who are allowed to use things like bows, crossbows, trebuchets, and all them shits.
They're allowed to bear arms?
Yes, though they're not allowed to have certain types of arrowheads. You know, like the big metal sharp ones that can pierce plate mail. Can't have the peasants getting ideas. Can't have the peasants getting ideas, Kyle.
I'm about to say, I wonder why they can't have those ones.
However, another funny little thing I don't think the Bretonians realize: gunpowder weapons are not covered by Supertinsi's laws, as they are such a recent invention, meaning peasants can get guns.
Right to bear arms, baby.
I'll give you three guesses. There is one fucking dukedom where this is not allowed because they found out when the peasants attempted an uprising.
The Empire?
No, Provion, the one that borders Altdorf and
okay.
Nuln. You know, the gun-making capital of the Empire. The peasants somehow got their hands on a shitload of guns. The knights tried to put down the peasants. The knights found out 55 caliber muzzle loaders don't give a shit what you're wearing for armor. Mind you, the peasant rebellion was put down, but that's when they started really enforcing you're not allowed to leave your estate or else. And funny enough, the whole thing not allowed to be using gold and shit is even applied to foreign merchants. Thus, wealthy merchants. Oh, my bad. Another funny fact. Only Bretonian nobility may eat using utensils made of silver. Wealthy merchants may use utensils made of gold and glass, but they're not allowed to own gold. Wait a fucking minute. Their own rules are bullshit.
So they can have gold there, but not over there?
But they're allowed to have glass silverware. Or glassware.
22.
Which are more expensive but legal to commoners such as themselves. Very few nobles eat off gold because it has become associated with the mercantile activities, aka money trading. They're not even allowed to build their houses in certain ways because the noble has to have the best carpets and best flooring.
So they're pretty much making the rules to make themselves seem better.
Yes.
Yep.
Ah, that is just fucking ancient France.
But even funnier, peasants are not allowed to have a shoe longer than 12 inches past their heel.
Wait.
No boots?
Wait, so if you have a size bigger than a size 12 foot, you just can't have a shoe.
You have to wear sandals.
So I would be fucked because I wear size 14s.
Peasants with big feet must wear sandals. And his breeches must reach from his waist to ankle, be of an undyed cloth, and carry no embroidery. A peasant's tunic must reach his knees, be close about the neck, and sleeves can be no more than 6 inches across.
Why?
Because they're dicks!
It's like they have a fucking peasant dress code? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, it gets funnier. A peasant's woman's dress must run from her neck to her ankles and may not be gathered at the waist. Only nobles may wear sashed cloaks, as they are associated with knighthood. Thus, peasants have to be very careful about repairing their cloaks. Many nobles choose to emphasize their status by wearing clothes that would be highly fucking illegal for the peasants. The most absurd statement of this is with the popularity of a certain brand of shoe, which extends the toes, reaching several fucking feet from the heel, which are often curled back and tied to the wearer's leg around the knee to keep them out of the way. Motherfuckers are wearing clown shoes to act like a clown.
They're just jesters.
Yes, they do that just to style on the peasants.
Like, haha, I can wear this and you can't.
Haha, I
Embroidered
can be a jester and you can't.
Embroidered breeches are also very common, as are short tunics with enormous sleeves. All noble clothing includes some red, white, or blue, which is trimmed with fox, emery, or emery, and squirrel fur. Noble women often wear low-cut dresses pulled very tight at the wrist. Short skirts, however, are unheard of, because even for noble women, the wearing of anything under a skirt is considered as breeches, and thus men clothing, which they're not allowed to wear.
Oh, even noble women have rules.
They're not allowed to wear anything under the dress because it's considered men's clothing.
Ah, so they just gotta free it, pretty much.
Yep. You know what that means, Alan?
Huh.
French knights wear panties.
Yeah.
Bitch boys!
Bless you.
Very long.
Ow.
Though instead they wear very long skirts which trail on the ground behind the lady, as they are popular.
I'll have tap a Lipton. I'll have tap a Lipton. I'll have tap a
Though
Lipton. A Lipton. A Lipton.
lords
A
may
Lipton. A
issue
Lipton.
peasants
I'll have
under
tap a
their
Lipton.
authority with exceptions from these rules. How generous! But mostly it's done to make a fucking fool of them. Like to allow a peasant to wear all red clothing, which looks fucking ridiculous. Basically, they're just being bastards.
What it sounds
Any
like.
Oh, it gets even funnier. Any boys exhibited showing any kind of magical talent get abducted by the Fae Enchantress.
So she can't have children.
Oh yeah, she kidnaps children, male and female. Girls become braille damsels. The men become, god damn, I can't remember their title. I think it was called the
Lost Sons.
Lost Sons. Thank you, Alan. So, Kyle, would you like to live in fantasy France?
No, I would not.
It's just as bad as regular France, isn't it?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. Have you heard about what happened recently?
No.
With
Do I
what?
want to?
Are you talking about
A French farmer went to
a squatter?
went to a squatter camp and he just started spraying manure over everybody.
They're
Nice.
squatting on his property and eating his crops, so he walked over there with a thing of cow manure and just sprayed
Trailer
the shit
manure.
out.
Good.
It was
Oh.
kind of funny.
The Bretonians do have a war beast they employ, and I thought this was funny to mention. Alan, you know how war beasts are normally some kind of dog in that?
Mhm.
The Bretonians have truffle hounds.
Ruffle hounds.
Yes, truffle hounds. This is not a joke. Do you
Okay.
want to see what a truffle hound looks like?
I am orbitally curious.
Kyle, do you want to look at the Discord quickly with me as I plug this shit?
Yeah,
Should I
yeah.
just plug the Discord?
Let's see here. Jesus fucking Christ! That's fucking nightmare fuel.
That's not a truffle hound. That is a truffle goblin.
That's a truffle chupacabra.
Now, these dogs can smell very...
Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses your Nicky way detailed baby till they hee hee. Right. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses your Nicky way detailed baby till they hee hee.
Okay, I gotta start putting a sound alert to my timer so I know to hit the fucking thing before they do.
I just like how I can hear what you say before it cuts off because I don't hear it the second time. You guys do. And I just hear Bob, fucker. As he fucking deafens.
Anyway,
It's fucking hilarious.
these ugly fucking animals that have look like they've been dropped and put back together by a clumsy 5-year-old. Trained by peasants with a license. Yes, you have to have a license to own a fucking truffle hound, and they must be kept
I
under
can
close
see
control.
why.
They must be kept
You
under
can't
close
feed
control.
that thing after midnight.
Oh, baby.
Jesus Christ.
They must be kept. They must be kept under close watch at all times to keep them from eating all the fucking truffles.
It's a fucking nightmare.
I just showed my wife the truffle hound. What'd you say, baby?
Oh, no, that sounds horrible. I can't say it now.
Say it. What'd you say?
The littlest thing I've ever seen. Horrible.
What the fuck did she do?
She said that's the horriblest puppy she's ever seen.
That's not a fucking dog. That is an abomination. I'm all for the puppers, but that's not a pupper. That's a fucking animal disguised as a pupper.
They call that a puffer so they can fucking pay cheaper licenses or something. That's wrong.
I just love the fact that the French people, the Bretonians, have to have a license to do anything. And then you have
creepy.
And then you have the mysterious leaders of the Bretonia. And I forgot to cover the one. This will be the last thing I cover before we end the show. The Green Knight.
The Green Knight.
The Green Knight, an ethereal knight that shows up in times of greatest need, or to those seeking the Grail.
Is he their Saint Celestine?
Yes, kinda. The Knight of the Glade, the Defender of the Grail, also known as to the Beastmen as Shadblach, meaning the Soul Killer.
Yep, he's
It's
just a
supposed to
green
say-
Phantom Knight.
Well, he basically acts like basically, yeah, Saint Celestine. He shows up, fucking stabs the shit out of things and leaves.
Yep, Saint Celestine, the French version.
Anytime the Great Knight appears, it is a pivotal fucking moment or a very surprising moment.
So is he kind of like the Space Marines? If he shows up, shit went sideways.
He's basically the Sanguinor, yes.
So it's like, okay, we're in this battle. Everything's gonna go good. Green Knight arrives. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, he never shows up before. If the battle starts going, oh, we're fucked. We are fucked. And then suddenly you see the Green Knight. Now it's like from Brindle showing the fuck up.
So more or less like an all thank fuck.
It's all thank fuck. Except with Grim Brindle, sometimes he shows up before battle begins because somebody keeps insulting his cousins, and he gets very upset about that. But yeah, that is Bretonia. Kyle, any questions?
None that doesn't concern the fucking nightmare fuel that is the goddamn Truffle Hound. There's a lot of questions involving that son of a bitch.
Yeah, basically everyone fuck Bretonia. What the fuck was that?
What is wrong with them? Oh, see this cute
That
little
about-
guy? Oh, he's my little pet. No, it's not.
That motherfucker's a gremlin in disguise.
You get that thing wet,
Perfect.
it's gonna fucking asexually produce. It's gonna start budding. Survey says you're fucked.
But yes, the Truffle Hounds would be included in the Apocrypha or the Beast Manual.
We need to talk
For
about
the-
that now.
Oh, there's a lot of horrible fucking abominations that would go in there.
When we start talking about that list, we have to get more in depth on the goddamn fucking where the goddamn truffle hound done come from.
How would you like a giant one-armed, one-eyed lizard that carries women off into the night?
I'll take that over the truffle hound.
I'll give you that. The Truffle Hound does look like an angry little bastard.
That thing is something is wrong with that. Very wrong.
Listen, this is the one dog I wouldn't mind the ATF shooting.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Even Cat Allen was uncomfortable with that joke, but still laughed.
Oh,
But yeah, that is my overview of Bretonia.
not bad, not bad. Yeah. Well, besides them being French and completely ripping off fucking goddamn King Arthur, Camelot, and everything. Yeah, not bad.
And the fucking Truffle Hound.
The truffle hound. I see why you saved that for the end. Because if you would have brought the fucking truffle hound at the beginning, I would not have understood anything of fucking Bretonia.
You would have been too focused on the.
It would have been like, the fuck is that goddamn nightmare fuel? Oh my god. Anyways, if you guys haven't already, check out our fucking Discord. And see what the fuck this goddamn truffle hound looks like. Because, oh my Jesus Christ. That ain't a dog. It's not a dog. It can't be.
It's physically impossible.
Holy hell. But anyways, yeah, so no, I want to apologize for being a day late for the show. But my
and
body
behold the memory
told
of the
me to
ship posting
fuck off.
Wendigo.
Oh, what happened?
The quote the professor, behold the memory of the shit posting Wendigo.
Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait,
Hopefully
there's a new
next
meme.
week-
There's a new meme. Is it from her? It was! Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, well,
Dicey.
that guardsman's gonna die of snoo.
Anyway, wait.
he-
So that's supposed to be Corvus.
He's not gonna.
That's
Yeah,
Sanguinius.
it's the
That's
female.
Oh
Primarchs.
no! Oh no, Joe! I hope that fucker stashed Gatorade.
He gonna die. And then the one she put up before that with the spoiler warning.
We're not acknowledging that one.
Oh
That's too
my
painful.
god! Why?
Ah.
The pain! Yes, this is just some of the fun you'll get if you join our Discord, and you'll see all the memes from our shitposting Wendigo. But yes, join the Discord. Talk about 40K. Show us your favorite 40K memes and shitposting and media stuff, and show us your minis. We'll show you our minis. You know, you show me yours, I'll show you mine. You know? But
Don't
yeah.
be a Drukari.
Don't be a Drukari. But yeah,
You have to see the meme time in order to get the joke I just said.
yeah, there's stuff like that. You'll get there. But yeah, you know what? Give a follow, give a like, give a sub if you like to support the show, whatnot, so forth. I'm real bad at doing the shilling, so we're sponsored by Dubby. Code Art of Lore,
shill?
10% off. Go to Discord. You know, oh, we have a merch store. Believe it or not, there's merchandise. I'm in the process of making a waifu Bob sports drink cup. That's next on the list. Everyone's excited for that.
That's gonna be our best seller.
Yeah. Show everybody at your local office or wherever you work that you enjoy our show, and Bob is your waifu. We're gonna work on that.
Can we please fucking not?
Alan's gonna buy one for everybody at Firestone.
Yes.
Sure, if Alan wants the building to burn down.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you probably should do that. Thank you, Ash, for reminding me. God, my fingers are broken. God damn.
We warned you before.
One.
Kyle is very bad at shilling.
And then there's our merch store. There's our Discord. Go ahead, check them out. Take a look. I will announce on the Discord when the Bob Cup finally comes out. But like I said, I'm behind on a lot of stuff right now, thanks to my body wanting to quit and just stop working. And work in general, slowly killing me. So yeah, once all that settles down, then I can get back in order. I can start getting the podcast out again. Yes, we do have a podcast, believe it or not. But it's just really far behind. Very bad at shilling is an understatement. Yeah, I'm really bad at advertisement. This is probably why we don't get no sponsors. I did have an opportunity to have a sponsor from, oh God, who was it? It was a brand of headphones. And they wanted, they were going to give me, it was not Raycon. Definitely not Raycon. It was,
wish.
It was some type of headphone. I can't remember the brand name. It wasn't Logitech, but it was something else. And we could have got that stream, and I slept on it. So yes, hopefully we can get more of our projects going. I can get some more game nights going. Like Tuesdays, I want to do game nights or do the you assholes. Oh God, and I want to do more. I want to get more stuff going and get more things going. Maybe do more game nights. I want to do paint and chills on Tuesdays, where I can continue working on like the good old like Fox Girl here, who we started working on the panties. We gotta get her all finished, and I still got my witch, and then I have new ones. Like I have my pirate girl with the monkey looking up the skirt, and then I have the fox girl with the art brush. I'm excited for that one. Get the art brush going. So like I have various things I want to do, and then I eventually want to try to raffle them off as prizes to whoever subs to the show. But you know we're working on that.
I forgot
wasn't Raid Shadow Legends. You know how many times Raid Shadow Legends has asked us to fucking sponsor them? I think they ask everybody. Multiple times. And it's always a no, because I'm not playing fucking mobile games on Twitch. I am sorry. And definitely not Raid Shadow Legends of all fucking games.
Oh,
Yeah.
to quote the bow about his appearance,
Hey,
I'm
if you're
not
raiding
changing
and you
shit
could do a favor
on
and
how I
raid
show
my
out
friend
myself.
Jelly Pudding VT. She just got affiliate, and it's her first stream. Oh, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we'll send you over to Jelly Pudding VT. Yeah, sure, sounds good. I was getting ready to do the raid anyways. I was checking to see who was up on our in our little circle, and not really anybody's really. There's like one or two that I'm aware of, but not really in our little group. Let's see here. Been fun hanging out, boys. Yes, Professor, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad to see you on a Tuesday. Glad to see you weren't busy. You're
And
able
he
to hang
earned
out with
himself
us.
3 purity seals tonight.
Yes, 3 purity seals. You got 3 of them. So make sure you get that going. But we are gonna go ahead and send you over to Jelly Pudding. Go say hi, say hello. Be nice. She finally affiliate. I'm assuming it's a she. I'm just going by the model, but you know, assholes assume so. But yeah, say hi, say thank you, and say hey, well, welcome. Hey, so congratulations. Jesus Christ, I can't put sentences together. Suck up.
I can't talk.
Jelly is good, people. Alrighty. Well, I hope to see you guys all in the next one. Next Monday, we should be back to normal. And then not this weekend, but the next weekend, I'm hoping maybe we can do maybe some Battlefield 6. And then if we get lucky, maybe the Rejects might make an appearance. It all depends on... Yes.
Battlefield 6 starts the 9th.
Yeah. But then they're doing a second one on the next weekend. They're doing another open.
Yeah, the 14th.
Beta. Yeah. So I'm hoping that
14th
one.
to 16th.
I'm hoping on that one. That maybe I could do that one.
Oh, I'm playing the 9th.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to also, but I just can't stream. But anyways, that's it for now. I hope to see you on the next one, and I hope you all have a good night.
Let's get hot.
Peace.
Girl fingers my ass.
Easy.
Got that one just in time. Goodbye, everybody.